Good morning and welcome back to the channel, and also welcome to my home and my kitchen. Today is a baking day. So it is Good Friday today. So Easter is in 2 days on Sunday, and I have some orders that I need to fill for desserts for people for Easter. I have a roadside stand that's open May through the end of October. But during those cold months for Thanksgiving, Christmas, Valentine's, and Easter, I send out options that I have for dessert orders for those holidays. So I need to get those filled. People are gonna come tomorrow afternoon and pick those up. So we have a few cheesecakes to do. We have a few blueberry lemon rustic loaves to do. Also, I have some pumpkin whoopie pies to make. That has nothing to do with Easter, but someone ordered them for a birthday present for a friend. So I'm filling those that's getting picked up on Sunday. And then I have some muffins to make for church for Easter morning. So I'm going to get the bulk of things done today on this Friday, especially the things that have to get picked up tomorrow I'm doing. And then I'll probably try to get a little bit ahead with the other things, and then the rest I'm gonna do tomorrow afternoon after our Easter egg hunt at church. I'll get those done for the things that I need on Sunday. So we have a busy day. I'm trying to get this baking done in the middle of the kids have a program at school this morning that I'm going to, and then we also have Friday service this evening at church in remembrance of Christ's death. So trying to kind of fit everything in the middle of that shouldn't have a problem. I started at 6:30 this morning. I already have bread that is rising, 3 loaves of that, and I already have a cheesecake in the oven. So I will rewind you to some of those things that I got started. We'll go over how I make my cheesecake today too. First, I'll show you that I needed to unload and reload the dishwasher because it's just good to start with a clean slate, especially with this much baking that I have to do. And then I also need to get all of these tomatoes and peppers out to the greenhouse. It's warm enough out there now, nice and sunny, that they can go out there. At this point, my greenhouse is unheated, and so I have to take those in and out every night for right now until it's warm enough at night to stay out there. And if you want to watch the video where I potted up the tomatoes and the peppers and all of those things, I will link that in the description so that you can go back and watch it. But let's get started with the morning. Just 3 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of salt, and 2 teaspoons of yeast. Not 2 1/4, like not the whole packet, just 2 teaspoons of it. And you're gonna mix it with 1 2/3 cup of water, and you're gonna let it sit for at least 4 hours. But I've let it set all the way up to 10 hours. And the longer you let it set, the more sourdough-like it becomes, but 4 hours is just fine. And then later I'm going to show you that I'm going to add some inclusions in it as well. Told him to come because he was going to walk over and eat the neighbor's trash. So he just laid right down there in the garden bed instead, of course. The problem is that he actually does this like when there's actual plants in there too, and will trample over things, so we gotta work on that a little bit. It looks like he's just a statue, but he really is a real dog. Knox, come. He's hoping I'll go inside and then he can sneak over there. It's really just fluffy cookies with a delicious sugar center in the middle of it. And so I have to make 24 of these cookies to be able to make 12 whoopie pies. I will link in the description the recipe for these pumpkin whoopie pies. They're really delicious. We are starting to work with our dough right here now. It's been rising for about 6 hours. Normally I don't flatten it out like that, but I have to do it like that to add inclusions and then to be able to pinch all of the sides together, and then that pinched side is going to go underneath to hold it all together. I'm going to show you the full process right here of what I'm doing with the blueberries and the lemon. I have found with this specific blueberry lemon rustic loaf to use real lemons. The lemon juice was not lemony enough, and it added a lot to add real lemons to it. So you're going to flip all of this bread over once you have it kind of sealed together, and you'll see me do that. And then I'm going to add a towel at the end and let it rise for at least another 15 minutes, all the way up to 2 hours you could do. Right now I have my oven at 450 degrees and a Dutch oven is warming in there, and that is what these loaves are going to go in just a little bit. on day 2 of baking. I got all of my pickup orders done yesterday. People have already started to come pick them up. So we've got cheesecake and muffins to make, and the filling for the whoopie pies to make too, and to assemble those together. I'm gonna do a real quick 10-minute clean just to get the space refreshed so I feel a little bit more energetic about it. And we will move on to packing up the cheesecakes I have and making some more cheesecake. Generally speaking, cheesecake is not difficult to make. It's just a very long process if you're going to do it correctly. And there's some tips that I have that will hopefully help you to really succeed with it. So I've made my graham cracker crust, and I put that at the bottom of my springform pan. And now I've mixed together all of my ingredients, which is cream cheese and vanilla and sugar and 4 eggs. I think personally that the fresh eggs are what make it taste so delicious. And you're really going to beat that together good until it's super smooth, and you're going to pour all that in the springform pan. Okay, so here's the important part. After I'm done with that, I put aluminum foil on the bottom of the pan all the way up the sides. I put it into a pan that it can sit flat in, and then I warm up a kettle of water, and I pour that water into the pan. It's going to sit inside the 325 degree oven for 55 minutes. After the timer goes off, I'm going to open the oven and let it cool down in there for another 45 minutes. Then it's also going to cool on a cooling rack for a while and then be put in the fridge before you eat it. So here I'm assembling these whoopie pies, and I use my fingers. And that is how I make it look so nice and neat on the sides. I want it to really look stuffed with that filling, and I press it with my fingers. And that is my little secret to making it look really delicious. Muffins are the very last thing that I worked on during the weekend. I was very tired, but I got a lot done and it went really well. Thank you for coming along with me today. I will be sure to link all of the recipes down in the description for you. I hope you enjoyed. Keep growing until next time.